Welcome everybody. So today I'm going to be talking about programming, why I chose the Kaizen training program and what led me to it. So the Kaizen training program is made by Omar Isuf, Bart Kwon and Silent Mike. Now they all have their own YouTube channels. I found Omar Isuf about 2 years ago. His channel was really educational. I liked the way he approached things. He didn't just say like, this thing is amazing, don't do anything else. He made you think about a subject. He would talk about, the one point and then the other point, because there's always 2 points to every argument. So I like the way that he approached himself in his videos. And through him, I found Silent Mike, who also works with Mark Bell from Super Training Gym. Silent Mike's videos at the moment, he has these form videos and like the best thing on the YouTubes right now. Watching all of them really been helping me. Bart Kwon, I don't know as well. I know of his channel. I know he has his own gym and clothing apparel, Barbell Brigade, and it does really well. But I'm more focused on the other two because they're the ones I found really educational. But yeah, that is, they're all really good lifters. Like, they're a lot better than me, a lot stronger than me, and I respect them, and that's one of the reasons why I chose. During my cut, when I was thinking about the programming for my bulk, I knew I wanted to do some sort of powerlifting or power building program. When I did my last bulk, I made my own program. It was simple. It was just progressive overload. You do 4 sets of 8. If you complete it on the weight would go up next week, and it would continue like that. Very simple, effective. So thinking about this bulk, I decided to make my own program again. But as you can see, I'll put it up on the screen. It was too busy. I put in too many exercises. I tried to mix a strength and a hypertrophy workout, but in different weeks. I put too much into it because I don't have the experience. The simple workout that I did worked for back then, but for strength, I've not done it myself. So I didn't even run the program. I just made it and was like, this is a beginner's mistake, doing too much, take a step back. I had a great idea. The idea was to take an already well-known strength program, 5-3-1, and then change it just a little. Okay, a lot. So how 5-3-1 works is, you've probably heard of it, or you can kind of guess. Week 1, you do 3 sets of 5 reps. Week 2, you do 3 sets of 3 reps, weight getting heavier. And then the next one is 5-3-1. And then you hit your 1, but you can do a plus. Every week you can do a plus. And then the 4th week was a deload week. Now, what I also did on top of that is I would do the boring but big. So I would do, let's say, my squat, my 5-3-1, and then I would do my boring but big, which is 50% or 55% of your 1 rep max, 4 sets of 10. So as you can imagine, my legs are pretty shot after this. Now I thought to myself, I could do accessory movements, or, and this is where I think I'm really clever, I'll do another muscle group. So I did shoulders after I did my squats. So I would do supersets on my shoulders, and so then like on bench day, when I was just focused on bench and then did my boring but big, I would do my back, and you can imagine the rest of the week. So it worked, but I wasn't in a surplus. I was, had maintenance calories, so I was getting a bit beaten up. And the main problem was the fact that I was getting so close to my 1 rep max. So, I felt like every workout was do or die, basically. And because of that, I just, I felt in myself that it wasn't right. And now, I'm not saying 5-3-1 is bad, because I wasn't running 5-3-1. I had bastardized it and made it my own thing. And I'll put my hands up to that. But I still didn't think it was right for me. So I'd already decided to move over to Kaizen Training. They had a sale on. I bought the 12-week peaking program and the Infinite Strength program, which is now free. The Infinite program is free, not the peaking program that you still have to pay for that. So before I could start the training for Kaizen, I actually injured myself. I was on the bench press and I was going for my 3+ of the second week of like second or third mesocycle. and it was 95 kilograms, which is not very close. It was pretty close to my warm rep max of 110. And I did 1 rep, and then it felt good. Came for my second, and I kind of misgrooved. Kind of my shoulders got involved. Luckily, I had a spotter, and it just strained my shoulder. I continued my workout, but I still had like just pain in this overall area, and I did the smart thing. I went and got it looked at straight away, because you should. I'll do a whole other video on how I dealt with my shoulder injury, but they told me I had an AC joint issue. I still have. You can kind of, it pokes up over here, but like I said, I'll do another video on that. So I had to take 3 weeks off of no heavy lifting, no benching, no overhead press. I couldn't squat. I tried pulling the bar around my shoulders, just it didn't feel right. It hurt. So I had 3 weeks of basically just leg days with leg machines and a bit of cardio, so that I was still active. I did kind of lose a bit of weight during that time, just because I kept my maintenance calories and was still working out-ish. So that's what happened to me then. So then I could start Kaizen training. At first it was hard because it's like mostly compound movements, whereas before I was doing like a compound movement, and then I would go off and do my isolation movements. I've always had a bit of hip pain, where I've had to do a lot of mobility for my squats. So things at first were kind of difficult, but I was enjoying it. I was enjoying how it worked. I like the adaptations of the Excel spreadsheet, and I'll show you I'll bring it up on the screen, and I'll show you the Excel spreadsheet and how it has adapted to my squats. On week 1 of squats, I would hit 8 reps, and then week 2 I hit another 8 reps. But I filmed that 8 reps and saw that I wasn't hitting depth enough. I was having some pain. I watched some of the Silent Max videos, and I made some adjustments. So after the 3rd week, and made these adjustments, I tested them with my pause squats. So I tested my new pause squats on the deadlift day, tested the new form on pause squats, felt great. So when it came to the squat day, I actually only hit 3, as you can see on the document, but they were like a perfect 3. Really low, no pain, and the doc adjusted to it. So it set me back from 75% to 72.5%. The program runs on how you're performing. With my injuries and the problems I have with my squat, I felt like it's really improved. I feel like I've improved because the doc adjusts to me. With my bench, I did bring down my 1 rep max. So instead of 110, I set it at 100, and therefore all of my percentages are less. I did that because obviously I was injured in my shoulder. I couldn't perform as well. Overhead press would seem to be fine. For a shoulder injury, it seems to just be pressing forward where I would have problems. But I really enjoyed the fact that the document actually changed to me and how I was feeling, and it still is changing like that. So my squat now, my form is a lot better. It's getting stronger again. You can see that weeks 1 went really well for this second mesocycle. So I'm really enjoying it. If you have got it, if you've got the Kaizen training program, stick it out for more than 4 weeks, or at least 8 weeks, because you haven't really done a program until you've done a program. Don't make your own and then blame whatever you've stole it from, like someone may have done. So okay, now how am I going to continue from this point on? So is my bulk just going to be the infinite season program, strength program? No, I'm going to do the peaking program, but I'm going to do 2 more mesocycles of this infinite program after this one. So overall I'll have done 4 weeks, so 16 weeks of the strength program. That will lead me to December the 18th, and then I might take a week off, it's Christmas. So not a week off from programming, just a week off, no, not a week off from training, but a week off from programming. So then that would take me just past Christmas, obviously near New Year's, and then I could start the peak, a 12-week peaking process. and that would lead me till March, and then I would test out all my 1 rep maxes because I want to know how much stronger I've got. That is the whole goal of this bulk. I don't really just want to see physical changes in the mirror. I actually want to see, you know, physical changes in the weights that I can lift. I want to beat gravity more. I want to put 20 kg on each of my lifts. I'm really excited. I really like this program. I've looked over the peaking program and I think that it's great. I love how that it gets really specific. Max Tuning ran the peaking program for his competition. He did really well. I've seen other people online have been doing it, so I trust these people. I respect what they do. They give out so much free educational content that why not give back to these people that have helped me for 2 years. So that's all I've got to say. That is the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe and follow me as I bulk up. Like the video if you got to this point. Looking at the analytics, not that many people do, but thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video, guys.